This City of Light, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose, with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by Yane on Pixiv. You can find a link to Yane's Pixiv in the description box. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. If you aren't sure what to comment, put archery. Please enjoy This City of Light, Chapter 11. Adrian Agreste as Cat Noir. Paris, France, the 11th of December. It felt strange to not talk to Marinette for a day. It was only a day, and yet, somehow, over time, they spent so many of their days together, it was strange to be apart. Slowly, then all at once, she was a piece of him now, and he felt the gouges from where she belonged pulsing in his chest. Could he do a whole year of this? 2? 4? They weren't dating, but could he handle someone else taking her time after he'd stolen it? He didn't want that. It wasn't his place to not want that. He couldn't ask her for that. And still, the world moved on, whether he wanted it or not. Cat retreated to his bedroom, de-transforming and flopping onto his bed. He missed her. It was only a day, and he missed her. Pathetic. Why couldn't he do anything by himself? Why was he so tied to other people? Why couldn't he keep himself going? Why couldn't he like being himself? He'd seen on TikTok the other day how watching TV and doing a hobby both gave dopamine, but because of the ease with the show, we feel bad about it to the point that we end up feeling unsatisfied to the point that it's not always worth the dopamine. Was that it? Could he not like himself unless he did things with energy? Willingly? Yeah, he didn't have enough mental stability for that. Then again, motivation isn't real. You start something first, then you get inspired. Anything else is wishful thinking. It's like taking a shower and standing fully clothed as the water runs, willing yourself to undress. So he had a choice. He could stay in bed doom scrolling, or he could go out and do something. Sure, he didn't know what to do, and it probably wouldn't be fun, but even if he didn't feel good, it'd feel better than spending 3 hours on his socials, right? But what do you do in a city of tourism and a cart full of money? You take up archery for an afternoon, apparently. He'd always wanted to learn how, and it turns out people are more than happy to squeeze you into a group lesson if you agree to wear a Santa hat for a picture and smile wide. He went as Cat Noir, not Adrian, but it was fun. And it was fun without Marinette. It was fun without Marinette, but he still carried the chasm in his chest where she should be. It would have been more fun with her there. It would have been more fun if they weren't fighting? If they weren't estranged. If he didn't feel like he'd messed it all up again. But even though he felt a bit empty, it was better than doom scrolling. That had a time and a place, and even though Cat wasn't in a good enough mood to eat anything without it feeling like an assault, he still stopped at Leon's cheese store for Plag on the way back. He wanted to be that guy. The one who went a little out of his way to get something he knew his friend would like, just because. He wanted to be the guy who explored things he found cool in his youth, like archery, instead of shrugging it off and continuing his day. Oh. All at once, Cat Noir figured out who he wanted to be while standing in a cheese store checkout line. All at once, Cat Noir figured out who he wanted to be and raced home to write it all down like a New Year's resolution. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 12 is on the way. In the meantime, check out these other videos for more fanfiction and enjoy this blooper, I guess. If you're still listening, comment bloopers. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Paris, France. The 11th day of September. Wow! Of September.